give our epic perspective of the sports world. Now let me introduce you to the closest panel in the game. What a do, DET? What a do, DET? What's up with you guys? What's up?
Death Row.
I got Mamba. I got Coach Twilight. I got you. I got everybody here in the sidebar. What a do to the coldest panel in the game. What's up with you guys?
Here,
We kicking it.
let's get it popping, baby.
Football season back. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
You already know. I got the coldest panel in the game. You already know I got the coldest panel in the game, so you already know what you need to do. You need to hit that like and subscribe button because it's only $3.99. All right. Let's get right into it. What a week. Just came back from vacation from Virginia Beach. Shout out to my brother-in-law, shout out to my sister-in-law, shout out to my nieces, shout out to B, shout out to Tony, shout out to Nona, shout out to Pop. At the end of the day, we had this one night with me, my guy Tony, B, and my lovely wife. And we were sitting out at the fire camp, by the fire, right by the dock. Beautiful mansion. We were down in Virginia Beach. And all of a sudden, we were having this conversation. The conversation that we were having was about Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is going to be possibly going to court. The fiancée said she wants $40 million herself and the kid of $10 million in support. Overall, he has to give up possibly $50 million when it comes down to this. Me personally, I think there's no way that woman's getting $40 million. No way she's getting $40 million. It sounds like, to me, just like I already heard in the speakeasy, I want you to check this out. What DJ Luka said about this, and tell me this isn't on point.
What up, T?
Bro, this is a come up. That's what this is a straight come up. Like, 40 million for yourself? How about you go do something to get your own 40 million? Like, what are we doing? There's no way this can be real. Like, I'm not with you any longer. Why do I have to give you $40 million? For what? Because you want to live a lifestyle like you with me, but not be with me, but you still want that lifestyle that came with it. It's unfair. There's no way they giving her this. There's no way. Because Luka almost missed out on all NBA because he traveled to go see his kids. Is that not what happened?
It did happen.
So you don't think Luka's all in on being a present father? So let Luka take care of his children. You think he's gonna want his children to not be taken care of the right way? Mm-hmm. Furthermore, I don't even know if he would want their mother not to be taken care of. Not to the tune of $40 million. But if I was to ever get a divorce, I wouldn't want my wife to live bad. I don't want her to be quote unquote in the slums. And she would say, I wouldn't be in the slums anyway, Nick. That's what she would say to me. That's what she would say to me. But I would want her to be taken care of. But to the tune of $40 million is crazy. Luka's gonna take care of his children. If he chooses to take care of her, because they were never married. That's his prerogative. That's what he chooses to do. But nah, this is a straight come up. That's what this is, a come up. This robbing the bank without a mask.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you this very easy. I think this is a come up. 100%. This is a ski mask. revealed. This is literally a come up. I want to know, Coach Panel, what is your thoughts about a $50 million child support? Mind you, yes, Luka just got an extension over $165 million in 3 years. What do you guys think about this child support? $40 million going to the former fiance, $10 million going to the kids. Overall, $50 million for child support. What's your thoughts?
There must be some heck of some Jordans he got there. I'm gonna tell you right now, $50 million. She must have found in California, LA, right there in the dead of LA, Los Angeles. If you found it in Los Angeles, she's gonna get it. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. So that 3 years, $165 million he got, pays the cost to be the boss.
I mean, just from my perspective, it's like, bro, he got the same decision that he had that every single other young gentleman out here has, bro. Watch who you sleeping with and watch who you giving your energy to, bro. If that ain't somebody that you want a 25 to life type of relationship with, bro, then leave that alone or do the proper protocol. You a millionaire and can't afford no rubbers, man? Come on, man. Like there's a responsibility here. Not everything's the woman's fault. What can Luka do with $250 million that he can't do with 300? Like what? Like it's the same way when Donald Sterling got fined for $2 million. This dude's worth $1 billion. Like we see 2 million because it's like, you know what I mean? We in a different tax bracket. 50 million sounds like a lot, but with 300 million, bro, I have no sympathy. That's responsibility on his side. You know what I mean? Make better decisions, my guy.
I think there's a reason why he's Luka Doncic, and that's why Luka Doncic can afford the type of lawyer he's going to need for this situation. We'll let the lawyers fight it out in court. That's what you do. The other thing is, you know, take a look around the panel. It's all guys. It's kind of biased either way. But, you know, to show a little compassion, I mean, I always think, all right, what were the kids accustomed to? What were the accommodations? What were they used to? You know, I went through it. You know, I'm a single dad for many years, you know, and there are sacrifices that need to be made. But 50 million, 10 million each for that kid, damn, that's a whole lot of walkers.
No, it's not each. It's not for each kid. It's 10 million flat for both kids. 10 million done. Like
still a lot of
40 million.
Happy meals and extra chicken nuggets for sure.
I think, me personally, I think it's more or less of how it got divvied up. The numbers are a little off for me. Like 10 million for the kids, but 40 million for the mom. Like if you told me 20 million for the mom, 30 for the kid, or even 30 for the mom, 20 for the kids, that might be a little bit like, okay, I could possibly agree with that. Because at the end of the day, she was shooting his game with him. He's been with him, riding with him this whole time. They've been riding for a very long time.
So
y'all looking at the wrong thing. Emotional damage.
Yeah. Exactly.
See, y'all not looking at it court-wise. Y'all are looking through it at the wrong eyes. Let me help you. Emotional damage. See that word emotional? It's gonna play a lot of money because now that's my mental health. I've had to deal with this man. I've supported this man. I've given him kids and he's seen his children. Now he just wants to neglect me. I'm not bashing Luka, but Daryl said it best. Better decision. So we're gonna say 40 million of emotional damage.
It's a babies.
It took place in LA. Okay, this didn't happen in Dallas. While he was playing in Dallas, this happened in LA. So the emotional damage definitely in LA.
Yeah. It hurts that, like, you know what I mean, like children got to be used as a pawn in this, bro. If you're a present father and you handle yours, there should be no price tag attached. You know what I mean? Just do what you're supposed to do as a father, bro. The things that women like this like do nowadays, bro, it would be looked so down upon when I grew up. Now it's so commonplace that it's like it's news and it's articles and it's like what what's most important? It's like it's these babies, man. It's these babies.
Basketball wise.
Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you guys this question. Can a professional athlete at that stature, I mean literally like the face of the NBA, can he be a 100% great dad?
100%. It's had to have happened already. And if I look at the top 5 players every year in the NBA, I guarantee you there's some amazing dads in there. Guarantee. It's not hard. Be present. Give them time.
Daryl, you have a lot of compassion. Let me keep this right. You're in the NBA. You have to keep your game. You're going to play a bad father here and there. You're going to miss some birthdays here. You're going to miss some Christmases here because of the games. So let's keep that real. You're going to play a bad dad here and there. Can you be a good father to a degree? Yes. But you're going to play the bad dad once in a while. So you have a lot his compassion, just like with the Cowboys.
LeBron James seems like he's been an amazing father to me. That's outside looking in the face of the league.
But his game sucks.
You also have to remember this, guys. Where there's a great man, there's a great woman. We're looking at LeBron James. Oh, I'm not knocking him. He is a great father. But we also know he's taking care of home. Savannah.
Right. That's not always that. You know what I mean? That depends on situations.
Yeah.
You can still be a great dad without having a great woman behind you.
Yeah. Ooh. I agree with that. I think defining what a great dad is in a professional arena is very different than how we are kind of portrayed as good dads. But I do agree with Daryl and others kind of saying that there are good dads at that level in the professional realm. But I do feel, kind of take it back to the Luka stuff, I do feel like it's really hard to have a legit, stable relationship if you're a professional athlete. So I think in reality, Luka knew that this was going to happen. I mean, this is what women do nowadays. Like, they find a way to find a professional athlete, and then they latch on, and then they know that they're good for life.
They get groomed. Some of them get groomed for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Their whole life.
Even the ones that are, even those that are not in committed relationships. Okay, let's talk about Sean Kemp. Okay, Sean Kemp has a child in the East Coast, the West Coast, up and down, wherever. You see what I'm saying? You have those types of dads too. All right. And while we shooting out a window in a mall parking lot, I have no idea. Okay.
I agree.
But my point is simply this. The kind of that precipice back when Jordan played was to have a Juanita Jordan. Okay. I mean, 4 kids were always seen around Juanita Jordan. They came to an end. Mike had to divvy out his money. She got hacked, but she stayed with him for 20 years too. Okay, she raised those kids. She knew Michael was on the road, commercials, this, that. And the thing is, Jordan has even said, look, there were times I was not there for my kids. There were times that, my scheduling, it was bringing home something that I felt that was more important than me being there, was something to solidify their future.
There it is. When it comes down to it, Luka Doncic, you have a big decision. Lawyers, they have a big decision. What are they going to do? $50 million on the line. $50 million. He never. What do you guys think? The $50 million. Do you think that's a lot? Do you think it's too much? Do you think it's too little? What do you guys think about with the Luka Doncic situation? When you look at it, when you come to NBA, NBA fathers, can they be great and also be great basketball players like even the face of the NBA and turn around and be the face of their children? I want to hear what you guys have to say at the end of the day. I want you guys to comment below. Next. We just got it a couple days ago. The opening night of the NBA schedule is out. Yes, sir. We got Detroit going against the Celtics. We got the New York Knicks going against LeBron and the Philadelphia 76ers. And we got OKC going against Wemby and the San Antonio Spurs. My thoughts about this is very simple. New York hasn't won an NBA Finals for 53 years. Usually, the first night is usually only one game. We have to share it with 2 other games. I'm not liking the first game, but that's it's not very intriguing. Cade Cunningham, intriguing. The Celtics, they're depleted. That's not intriguing. The New York Knicks should have their own day, just one day, to open it up. They should have media talking about this historical run. They should have stuff talking about Jalen Brunson. They should have stuff talking about Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, Mike Brown, and the New York fan base. I think they definitely kind of did this thing up. Call the panel. What do you think about this opening night of the NBA? Do you think they got it right? Or do you think it did up? Talk to me.
I think they got it really correct. Some people might not like this, but the NBA is back. It's back. Because here's the thing: what LeBron did, there's a lot of people that do not like him going to Philadelphia, and he's going to have a lot of people hating. And when hate is involved, there's going to be a lot of people watching, just to see if the Sixers are going to be good. I'm telling you, you're going to have one city that's going to be rooting for Philadelphia, and it's going to be Philadelphia. Outside of that, everybody's going to hate on the Sixers. But you know what? It makes it a really great thing to watch. The Celtics hate the Sixers now.
They always have.
Sixers. New York hate the Sixers. And
We always have.
It's going to create a whole bunch of conversations, a whole bunch of talk. I'm happy. And what a way to start it off with a controversial game, especially if the Knicks. Like, this is the thing. Like, either thing that happens, the Knicks win, the Sixers win, lose, it's going to be conversation. People are going to be killing the Knicks. People are going to be killing the Sixers. I love it.
SBA, you had your chance. Victor, you had your chance. Brunson, you still enjoying your chance. But the league still belongs to the king. And the king resides in Philadelphia. I hear, the championship got to run through New York. Well, he got a place up there too. You know what I mean? He already there. We the face, we are where the NBA lies right now. If it wasn't for the Knicks championship, they probably have LeBron right now. But LeBron's been to make history. Move over, Knicks. We already forgot about you.
Oh, don't worry. Jalen Brunson sure did not forget about you, because he had a little bit to say when it came down to the opening night in the NBA. I want you to check what he had to say out. Check this out.
Last hour, Mike Tirico broke the news. We're going to start the NBA season with a triple header tip-off. You guys are going to raise that championship banner. And then after that, you're going to play a fellow named LeBron James and the Philadelphia 76ers, who also went out and picked up another guy who's pretty good. What do you make of that opening tip-off?
Fireworks for sure. I mean, they're going to be electric. They're going to be definitely a team to keep your eye on. I mean, they reloaded this year, so it's going to be a tough test, but we'll be ready.
Yeah. You do know there have been some of the talking heads out there on sports channels who said, well, this is it. I mean, the 76ers, they got LeBron, they got Jaylen Brown now. They become the team to beat in the East. What do you say to that?
I mean, rightfully so. I mean, they have a lot of firepower, and but we're going to focus on what we got to do, and we'll see what happens.
What's your take on the NBA, on this NBA schedule? You're the New York Knicks fan. Talk to me, baby.
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, let's consider that game some of us used to play as kids called King of the Hill. LeBron, he over the hill. He going to be kicked down the hill like the old man that he is. I mean, come on now. I mean, there's a chip on the New York Knicks shoulder that's not going away anytime soon. And if anything, the drama that surrounds this game is just cataclysmic. I mean, people are just, like Dev said, people are going to hate on one, people are going to hate on the other. And when all's said and done, I mean, this is a great way to start the season. If anything, this says to the New York media, money grab, baby. This is a money grab. I mean, this is David Silver finally doing David Stern was the former. This is Adam Silver finally doing something right with his NBA title.
Coach, have your final thought. What do you think?
Like the Cowboys, Daryl, you always gas them up before they even get to walk the walk. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. It's a circus right now, and all we looking at is what's gonna bring in the money for the NBA. Young Buck, Def, it was cute. The NBA's not back. The NBA was lost when LeBron showed up. I don't understand it. You don't get it. You never understand it. You got to win championships. They're just giving him a platform because that's what they're doing for him. They're helping him. They're trying to make a monologue out of him. The king of the hill, Mamba got it right. New York's on top. Philadelphia, you got to do something. Besides doing all that talking, you got NFL rings. Now you got to do the NBA rings, which will take y'all a pretty good long time as long as you got LeBron on it.
Bro, we getting 2 of them in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, and me and my ex-wife getting back together.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Words are called spelling for a reason. Don't throw that.
Sorry about that. I had to throw it out there.
That was a little life advice.
We're a little bit split. A couple of us are saying, like Jeff said, NBA is back. Daryl also likes this. Me and Mamba, not really feeling it. Not feeling it at all as a New York Knicks fan. And when it comes down to LeBron, Coach still thinks you can have all these platforms in your little team. I want to know what you guys think. What do you think about the opening NBA schedule? Do you like it? Do you like what's going on with these 3 games? Do you like it? Or wish it was only just the New York Knicks versus the Sixers? Or again, do you think that LeBron James may have too much of a platform to get back and come into the NBA? I want you guys to tell me what you guys think, and I want you guys to comment. Next it is Sports Box Edge. On the edge right now, we're going to talk about championship or bust. We got 2 NFL teams right now. One team may have one of the all-time greatest defensive lines of all time. When we look at the team is up and down the roster. They don't have any flaws at all. But in the last couple of years, they have been in this same situation. They've got every piece, but they came up short. They have won Super Bowl against the Bengals. But this year, it seems like it's something a little bit special. Who am I talking about? Well, talking about the Los Angeles Rams. They acquired Myles Garrett, and just a couple days ago, well, Aaron Donald went into practice, quote unquote, as a tryout, and Sean McVay said it was one of the greatest tryouts he's ever seen in his entire life. So now, with that being said, they have all the pieces. They have Matthew Stafford. They have Cooper Nakua. They have Devontae Adams. They have Tyron Williams. They have Myles Garrett. They have Aaron Donald. Everything is there. All that is missing is a little Marty. At the end of the day, are they championship or bust? Talk to me, coldest panel.
It's the Super Bowl bust, but it's gonna start at the coaching level. You got all the pieces. You done picked your D end, you done picked your D tackle, you done got your quarterback, you done got your receiver. Now you got to get the X's and O's right. Coach got to make sure he's under a lot of pressure because this is contract year for him. None of y'all didn't look at that, did you? Oops, got you, coach. So in hindsight of this, McVay better show up because they just spent a lot of money to make him look good. So you better win a Super Bowl.
Right now, the Cowboys got training camp with the Rams. And I don't know if anybody's heard about that training camp, but you know what I mean? One team is blowing the training camp out the water, and the other team's treading water. I'll let you guess who that is.
That was not my decision. I was led by the players. Really? Yeah, I was over there saying goodbye to a few of the coaches and the guys that I have relationships with, and I was alerted by our strength staff that the guys wanted to run 20s, and I think it shows you that they bought into the fact that conditioning is going to make a difference for this football team in the 2026 season.
Demo came up to me and asked me, Coach said it's on us. Do you want to run? I'm like, yeah. If y'all want to run, I didn't, see y'all's field and what it was doing, but I know we've got it in us over here, and so yeah, it was just like a normal practice. Let's go and get our runs in and get better.
One of the teams was walking off of practice tired. Other team was doing sprints on the field afterwards, putting in that extra work, laughing at them, talking trash. Y'all get off our field. You know what I mean? But needless to say, it is championship or bust. I do think that the Rams have enough to win a championship. I don't think that they're even looking at training camp like it's some sort of expectation. They have one expectation. It's not to win the division, not to make the playoffs, not to make the Super Bowl. It's to win the Super Bowl. If you get Aaron Donald back around all this hoopla you've been doing, because I've seen his training in comparison to his last year in the league, and it looks half the speed, but he got to get to football speed, and he will because he's great and he's a legend. But championship or bust, definitely, 100%.
I would agree with that. It's definitely championship or bust, but I will say this: it's not the AFC. They have a gauntlet of people that most likely they're going to face in the playoffs. Seattle, Chicago, Eagles. There's always a sleeper team that shows up. Always. So I don't know. I'm really hesitant to kind of say that they're the ones that can do it. Defense means a lot, especially in the last couple of years. But I will say this: Stafford he's getting up there, and I talked about this before. What happens if he goes down? Who's the backup? This is not Nick Foles in the background. This is not like having somebody that is confident enough to get you through where you need to get. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I just like the AFC is wide open. This year is wide open. Oh,
hey, let's just remember Nick Foles beat that Rams team that was supposedly going to the NFC Championship that year. So, a lot of people thought when Carson went down, the Eagles season was over. Nick Foles put that to rest there. But I will say this, what gives the Rams an advantage over most teams in the NFC is they play in the division barring the Arizona Cardinals, where they play San Francisco twice. They play Seattle twice. And the thing is, those 4 games right there can either determine we're going somewhere or we're not going anywhere. So I do not in any way, shape, or form envy the Rams this year, because not only the hype that comes out of the Mickey Mouse Sports Network that likes to blow their horn about everybody, especially them, Rams have to show up and play. There's no doubt Aaron Donald's been out of the league, 2 years now? He's had rest. He's gotten used to it. But one thing Aaron Donald said when he played the Philadelphia Eagles, he hated going up against a Jason Kelce. So that just tells you that Aaron Donald is a mortal man, just like Myles Garrett is a mortal man. These guys can be shut down, utilizing the proper X and O's playoff coach from earlier. But at the same time, this is a championship-built team, no doubt.
I agree.
That was pretty Mamba.
Thank you.
It comes down to them, I have to agree with that. They are a championship team. They have everything around them. They have all the pieces around them. One thing I love about what you said, Mamba, was very on point. You play Seattle and you play the Niners at least twice. So it almost you get your measuring stick early within the division. So it shows you where you're at, because you got to at least win 2 to stay in that race. And if you win that 2, you could be fine. The only thing I would say that could possibly hurt in that division, unfortunately, that NFC North. Detroit is that team that is like, don't know yet. We know that right now. Shout out to Jahmyr Gibbs. Shout out to Bijan Robinson. Hope y'all getting paid. But the thing is now, the next thing that just got hit was Isaiah Pacheco just got injured again. So now this takes Jahmyr Gibbs of maybe a 3-down running back, possibly have to be the workhorse. The question will be with that will be, are we going to see the work of, sorry boys, Ezekiel Elliott, or will it be him being Jahmyr Gibbs, period? Because there's no Montgomery anymore. It's just him. Pacheco is not Pacheco anymore. I think that's the key. The key is the NFC North. If they come out with 3, that's going to be a problem with the NFC West. And that will be then a problem, possibly, I don't know what you guys think. What do you guys think when it comes down to Los Angeles Rams? Are they championship or bust? I want you guys to comment below. The next one we want to come to, the next one we're going to, there's been a lot of changes on side. We're going to talk about my boy, Dev's boy, Mamba's boy, Philadelphia Eagles. Quite a lot to talk about when it comes down to Philadelphia Eagles. When you look at the training camp, the most notable thing I've been hearing is Jalen Hurts is looking right. When it comes down to Jalen Hurts, this offense, he is believing in Sean Mannion. When it comes down to this offense, we were thinking it could be Mekhi Becton to be number 2. So Mekhi Becton has not been in training camp and is not looking good. Sources are saying. They said when they looked at him, he's still hobbling. They don't know when he's going to possibly be back. But then they said your boy, DeVonta Smith, also had a hamstring injury. But they watched him work out. And DeVonta Slim Reaper was fine. They said if he would have a game for tomorrow, he would be playing. But they're not sure what it be with Highland. When it comes down to Devontae Wicks, he said he had this little shine, but it's starting to fizzle out a little bit. The people now that's starting to come up a little bit is Brendan Covey and Darius Cooper. Those are 2 wide receivers that are starting to come out. With that being said, championship or bust, Philadelphia Eagles. Talk to me, Devin.
I don't think it's championship or bust for the Eagles this year. I think it might be Philadelphia or somewhere else for Jalen Hurts. But I do kind of feel like the organization is looking at this from the standpoint of not a rebuild, but like kind of a retooling of what they can do and how certain things can unfold in the next couple of years. Because I think in reality, like, we all have to look at the fact that, like, Sean Mannion is very new at doing this. And to be a winner, you gotta have a little bit more experience. So I think that they're very aware of that. I think they're doing it to build up Sean Mannion. He's eventually going to be there, I think, longer than a year, which is very different than most of the offensive coordinators that we've had in the past. So I really do think that, it's a building year for us, and kind of what we can. The organization is looking at what we can do, and we have the best GM in the world. He'll make it work. So I don't think it's a Super Bowl bust. I think it's see what we can do this year.
I agree. I don't think it's Super Bowl bust. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I don't think we have the caliber this year to be in that upper echelon. I think we're there. We're in the arena. But I just think there's a couple teams that are just like, wow. They're like, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, but I'm sorry.
I think the Cowboys are where, like, that in that upper echelon. Like, I really do. And it's very hard for me to say that. Yeah, I'm telling you, that was probably one.
Yeah, I'd put the Giants ahead of Dallas right now. I would put. You can laugh it up. You can criticize all you want. They have a coach by the name of John Harbaugh there.
All right.
And John Harbaugh's going in, and he's making changes to the environment. He's getting those players back that were hurt last year, that were making impact. Look, Christian Parker came from a.
I want to ask you this question about John Harbaugh real quick. I'm gonna give you 3 coaches, all right, and then I'm gonna throw Harbaugh as my 4th. When I ask you about these coaches, tell me within 1 or 2 words, what do you think when you hear these names? Ben Johnson.
Offense.
Is this me or is this Daryl?
Well, anybody. When you think of Ben Johnson, what do you think of?
I think West Coast tree out of the Holmgren era for Ben Johnson.
When I say Sean McVay as a coach, what do you think about him?
Defensive specialist.
John Gruden 2.0.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
Kyle Shanahan.
Daddy's kid, Nepo baby.
So, my thing is what you just said with just those 3 coaches. You went offense. And if let's say I threw another one out there and I said, let's go with Andy Reid. Or no, let's go with Sean Payton. Sean Payton is what? How would you?
I would put him a crossbreed of Mike Holmgren and Bill Parcells.
More Bill Parcells.
He's more Bill Parcells because of his days in Dallas. But he came out of the Holmgren tree for the offense.
I feel like everyone did.
What I'm pretty much trying to get to, my point I'm trying to make is this. When it comes down to those coaches, you just told me those coaches are offensive or defensive coaches.
More offensive.
This is who I compare like a John Harbaugh to Nick Sirianni. Because you don't know what they do. Like, what do they really do?
So John came out of Andy Reid. He came out of Andy.
What is his specialty? It's not offense. It's not the defensive side. What is his specialty?
His specialty when he was in Philadelphia was special teams. That's
I'm speaking as the Ravens. What was his specialty?
His job is to manage the team. He's the overall ship captain of that team. He's the one that's going to... Wait, hold on. Time out. So I like your comparison to Nick Sirianni. However, there's also other components to John Harbaugh other than just special teams, managing that team. He has proven year in, year out that he competes in one of the best divisions in football, one of the toughest divisions in football.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So to bring that mentality to the New York Giants, which has not had that mentality, and going back to Tom. I mean, the last time Tom was there, they won a Super Bowl. And then the Giants kicked Tom to the curb because they didn't like how tough he was. Now they're bringing back the tough coach. Bill Parcells was the tough coach in New York. Whenever New York gets a tough coach, that team turns around. That's the thing. That's what you got to look at. We can all sit here and go, oh yeah, the McVays and the Shanahans. And, you know, I love Sean Payton. Don't get me wrong. I would have loved if Sean Payton would have been an Eagles coach. But at the same time, you know, give John Harbaugh his due. He wins. Nick Sirianni, he wins.
He wins, but I get
some
that
people would have said he would have got fired if he didn't get Lamar Jackson.
When I'm say it again. Say that again, Daryl.
Some people, you know, John Harbaugh was very, very, very close to getting fired before, and that was more like Lamar Jackson being like a generational talent than John Harbaugh being like an amazing coach.
But what has Lamar done?
And I'm not, and not that he's not, because like you said, he is an amazing manager of men. But just like Mike said, it's like every single head coach should be a great manager of men, but then there's a specialty there. You know what I mean?
We're forgetting that John Harbaugh won a Super Bowl with Joe Flacco. He didn't win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson. So Lamar Jackson has yet to prove, just like the kid in Buffalo, that they're the upper echelon. Period.
Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis was more than Joe Flacco.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. I do agree with you all the way until I'm gonna say these two words, and you're gonna be like, 13 seconds. Josh Allen, 13 seconds. 13 seconds. I can't.
And
because the bar was not at that. He wasn't right there. He wasn't right there.
Mark Andrews got that
right there to the point you were like, there's no way 13 seconds someone can go down the field and win a game. And we saw it, we were like,
no matter how big or how small, a loss is a loss. And you can't always say one guy dropping the ball loses the game. What happened in the first half? You see what I'm saying? There's a reason why the game. Go ahead, coach. The game starts.
I agree.
You gotta have that. Your mental capacity has to be for the team. See, just that one ball just being dropped. You didn't look about how the coach didn't get the kids mentally focused in the huddles and get ready and the hurry up offense and all that. It's not just the one ball. It's a series of stuff that goes on to get that game won. And if you drop the ball, that wasn't on the coach.
Hey, Mamba, I got a quick question for you real quick. Yeah, does John Harbaugh make the Hall of Fame right now?
No.
Right now?
No.
I don't think so either.
No.
Third try.
I think it's like maybe arguable, but I would say no too.
Okay. All right. That's definitely another discussion.
I'm just saying, if you look at the Harbaughs, both Jim and John, they're respectable coaches in the NFL. Okay, they are two guys that have been known to come into teams, change the dichotomy, change the environment, change the climate, and make it winning. So that's my point. That's why when I look at the Giants and see all that talent, which they have, here's a guy that knows how to manage talent. You know, and just saying, I'll put it out there. The Giants will be a tough game for us this year.
We're going to see because right now, the champions we're discussing right now, Eagles championship or bust. We don't think it's either. The the panel is definitely in agreement that we don't take this championship for a bust. Because now Mamba's looking at it like, I'm sorry to tell you this, but the Eagles possibly can be in third place in this division this year. Which is interesting knowing right now that Jackson's
I say second.
Yeah, me too. Me
So
too.
right now, like I said, they don't even have the. I don't see it because we're getting phony. But with that being said, I want you guys to tell me what do you think about the Eagles championship or bust. I want you guys to comment below. Next, we got Coach Twilight's corner. Coach Twilight got a lot on his chest. Well, we gotta let go. Let's go. You already know what it is. Go ahead, Coach Twilight.
Y'all smell that? That's nice cut grass. Y'all smell that? It's football season. But let's switch it up. I'm just tired of hearing about the Sixers. Y'all need to give the New York Knicks its proper due. Them boys played their butt off to win the championship. And since they brought LeBron James into Philadelphia, it's more like they're slapping the New York Knicks in the face and disrespecting their championship because the so-called king is in town. Let me tell you about a king. A king don't have to tell you that he's the king. Let me tell you about a king and a champion. He doesn't have to tell you that. Let me tell you about a champion. He doesn't have to broadcast it to everybody and let everybody tell you about it. You as the media and the fans will know it by looking at it. But the king is in Philly. Let me help you with that again because he's not a king. He's still a prince. If that, maybe a court gesture. I don't see it. He's 42. Michael was playing in Washington just to get ownership of a team. Not because he wanted to come out of retirement, because he wanted ownership. And he still looked better. So, in hindsight of all this, I respect the New York Knicks for being so quiet. But Christmas Day, I would hope and pray that the New York Knicks give them the beat down of their life.
Coach Corner. Coach, you got everything you need. Comment below. What do you think? What do you think about what Coach is talking about when it comes down to LeBron James and the 76ers? Is LeBron James doing too much? And it looks like Coach is saying he's doing a little bit far too much. He's doing too much, but guess what? New York, stand up. Time to go to work. Put on a hard hat. Put on them Timberlands. Time to do work. Next, we got Mamba's first strike. Mamba, this is his first time coming into this session. No, Mamba is another one that has a lot to get off his chest. Mamba, let's go get it.
You know, last year going into the football season, I was asked the question, what could in any way, shape, or form inhibit production of the Philadelphia Eagles? And my simple response was the offensive line. Several laughed. Several said, oh, we're the number one offensive line in football, blah, 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 blah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the analyst people have spoken, the stats spoke, and the Eagles' offensive line last year was ranked 7th. So from 2022 to 2024, you were number 1. Keep that in mind, number 1. And during that period of time, you had a Super Bowl loss. You lost to Tampa Bay in the wild card, and you won a Super Bowl even after Jason Kelce retired. And last year, you were eliminated in a wild card game by the pathetic San Francisco 49ers because you had a wide receiver going across the middle who's now eating clam chowder in New England. Okay? So let's keep it real for a moment. For Philadelphia to any way, shape, or form envision a championship or even being the championship, they have to rebuild the interior and the exterior of the offensive line. Players like Jackie Slater, Joe Thomas, Anthony Munoz, Jason Peters, Trent Williams, and Bruce Matthews, they're long in the history books. Lane Johnson is one of the closest offensive tackles to the 6 names that I mentioned. But Lane is gone after this year. Not to mention Jordan Mailata playing on the left side of the line is up in age. He's 29. Lane 36, Dickerson at 27, Juergens at 26, and Steen at 26. Some of you might say, this is young. No, it's not. You're old. The average lifespan of an offensive lineman in the NFL is 3.5 years. Now, take into perspective an interior lineman who faces the jaws of every play that the defense brings at you. Their age goes up significantly 2 years after every year. 2 years. That's the wear and tear that happens to the body. So when you take all these things into consideration, and you also look at the fact that Markel Bell, the Eagles draft pick for the offensive line this year, has been seeing a lot of time at the right guard position. He's also the heir apparent to Lane Johnson if all goes to plan. But he might be the starting right guard for the Philadelphia Eagles this year. Add to it Cam Jurgens with his special surgery that he had in South America, still has not completely healed. So the Eagles are now turning to Wonderkin, Willie Lampkin, 5'10", 260 pounds, to do what Hank Fraley did in 2004, a small, undersized center leading a team to a Super Bowl. It's possible. They say Willie's got the engine, he's got the toughness, but again, the regular season doesn't start till September, so there's lots to prove. And I have to say this too. I know that I can be critical of Jalen Hurts, but I'm critical of Jalen for all the right reasons. I want my quarterback to be successful. I want him to win. I grew up with a dad who was a defensive coordinator and head coach, and he was also a scout for Joe Paterno back in the 70s. And when I tell you that this toughness is based upon what I was raised with, you're not good enough. Go back out there, do it again. And that's one thing that Jalen's shown. He goes back out there, he does it every time. He is the most scrutinized, pressure-filled, criticized from the national media than any other player in the NFL. And it's not fair to him. But what I love is what Vic Fangio said about Jalen. No one on the defense is catching him when he runs into the open field. So we see a new Jalen Hurts back there. So, you want a championship? Start with the offensive line, because that's where football always starts.
Jeez. Hold up. Bow.
By the way, I have an alley-oop for Coach. Another thing that was brought up too was this, quite simply. When you're a championship team, you want sustainability. You look at those teams of Dallas, Washington, and New York, all in their heyday, the 80s and the 90s. They had excellent offensive line play to go with an excellent defense. Coach, it's yours.
And it's called the Hogs. And Dallas, I'm going to tell you like this. I hated the Eagles in the 90s because we had the most dominant conference. We had New York win the Super Bowl. We had Dallas win the Super Bowl. We had Washington win the Super Bowl. And we was like, come on, Philly. And you messed it up. It's because you didn't have an offensive line. But I appreciate it because I got 3 out of it. So thank you. Wow. It's done.
There it is. That being said, Mamba, put it easy, put it simple. How do you win a championship, ladies and gentlemen? How do you win a championship, ladies and gentlemen? Where does it start, ladies and gentlemen? Easy, simple. It starts in the trenches. And he's looking at not just in the trenches, he's starting it on the offensive line. I want you guys to tell me what could the Eagles inhibit to start this championship run like they did in 2024? Who knows? But like Mamba said, he's giving us the blueprint. He's giving us the first strike. He's saying it starts on the offensive line. I want you guys to tell me, where do you think the Eagles need to start off? I want you guys to comment below. Lastly, we got the hot seat of start, sit, and cut. NFL wide receiver version. The first batch is Justin Jefferson from the Minnesota Vikings, A.J. Brown from the New England Patriots, and Jamar Chase from the Cincinnati Bengals. Who do you start? Who do you sit? Who do you cut? Talk to me, Dev.
All right. Start Justin Jefferson. Definitely because he is probably the most athletic out of the bunch, and he's hungry this year. Sit would be Chase, just because again Chase is he's a monster and he's got Burrow. And Sit is, I mean, listen, I love the man, but I would sit him just because he has shown that
You gotta cut him. You gotta cut him. You can't sit him.
cut. I would cut AJ because he's shown that he's just too much of a problem. He's too much of a problem. Drake May's gonna see it this year. He's gonna create some issues. He really is. And the sad thing about it is, like, he could have done some magic in Philadelphia if he would have stayed.
There's the problem right there. There it is.
Great. So
there it is.
Daryl, who do you think with JJ, AJ Brown, and Jamar Chase? Start, sit, and cut.
I mean, in my head, I'm thinking of them in their current situations, not really individuals. Jamar Chase obviously is the best receiver in all of football. Like, I think that's I thought that was an undisputed type of category for him right there. And then I'm sitting Jet. You know what I mean? He's a beast. I think he's going to have a crazy resurgence of a year with Kyler Murray and Jordan Addison on the other side, taking a little pressure off him. And A.J. Brown has never been better than either of them dudes. Even in his best year ever, he ain't never been better than either of them dudes. But salute to A.J., though. I think he's going to have a resurgent season, actually, on the Patriots in regards to his individual numbers. As we know, that's all that A.J. cares about. So he's getting cut.
I agree. AJ Brown, I'm gonna tell you now. I don't know if y'all saw the clip what he did to Sauce Gardner, put him on all fours. Oh, I'm telling you this now. AJ's gonna have a monster year. He's gonna have a monster year. He's gonna have about, I'm going 1,400.
Yep, I like that.
1,400. I agree. I agree with what you guys say. I go with Jamar Chase. I sit JJ, but the only reason why I'm sitting Jet is because I think the reason why we're saying sitting him right now is because he doesn't have a quarterback right now. Like, really. He does now because Kyler Murray was announced that he is going to be the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. So if Kyler Murray had one of those seasons, I honestly think he could turn around and might want to possibly start JJ, but I do like what Daryl said with Jamar Chase. We start, sit, Jet, and then we cut AJ Brown. That hurts me because I love you, AJ Brown. All right, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about what Daryl and Dev said? I want you guys to comment below. The next version, JSN from the Seattle Seahawks, Amon-Ra St. Brown from the Detroit Lions, and your boy, DeVonta Smith from the Philadelphia Eagles. Start, sit, and cut. Talk to me, coach.
I'm cutting the one from the Eagles. I'm just doing it because y'all was too afraid to say that about Devontae Adams. That's why y'all cut him, because he left y'all all high and dry and y'all was emotional. Now, let's get to the real thing. I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions receiver. I'm going to start him because he is nothing but a workhorse all day long. That other guy in Seattle, what's his real name again? Because he hasn't earned his initials.
Smith and the Jigba.
Yeah, he hasn't earned the initials. He's got to play at least 5 to 6 years and give me 2 to 3 Super Bowl rings to get a nickname. That's why Michael Irvin's called the playmaker. That's why they call Deion Sanders prime time. You don't get initials and give it to yourself. You earn it. This is what I hate about this season. Everybody's giving them something because they want to pamper. Y'all might not make me watch football because y'all pampering everybody and breastfeeding them.
So who are you starting? So you're starting...
I'm starting Detroit Lions.
Starting Amon.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm cutting the Eagles one. Just because.
Mamba, your thoughts.
Oh, I kind of like the other one better, but all right, to prove I'm not a homer. So, and I usually go along with Coach. You know, the guy has not earned JSN, but he is starting for me. The kid in Seattle. The kid that's sitting for me is Amon-Ra St. Brown. And I'm sorry, I got to cut the Slim Reaper. He just, as much as DeVonta is there, I mean, I'm doing it. I'm being real. I'm sorry.
DeVonta Smith stealing this year.
I've
is
seen
JSN.
I've seen DeVonta drop too many balls in important, crucial situations, and this Njigba kid from Seattle, boy, he just doesn't drop anything. He doesn't. I mean, he's impressive.
You're gonna jinx him.
I probably will. All right, that helps DeVonta then. Here we go.
So you're starting JSN.
Yep.
You're sitting Amon-Ra St. Brown, and you're going to cut DeVonta Smith.
Yep.
Okay.
Mamba, you
I'm going to go with. No, you know I'm biased.
Of course you are.
Oh, of course you are. Yeah, sure.
DeVonta Smith. Have you ever seen a resume like DeVonta Smith?
Yes.
No, you haven't.
Yeah. No.
I've been around for I've been around for a long time.
Name me a wide receiver that has won the Heisman Trophy.
Fred Biletnikoff.
Yeah.
Hey, Fred Biletnikoff won a Super Bowl with the Raiders, had a collegiate award named after him. I mean, come on, man.
Let's be real.
What are you talking about? Let's be real. Let's be real. You're being biased right now.
Yeah, I am definitely taking DeVonta Smith over Fred Biletnikoff. That's hands down. Other than that,
two different eras.
Let's talk about the last 10, 15 years. There is not a resume that equates to what DeVonta Smith has. But I do agree with y'all. I do agree, unfortunately. JSN starting. Amon-Ra St. Brown is a freaking workhorse, man. He's all right. Amon-Ra St. Brown, let me ask you this question, because this would possibly change it up just a little bit.
You sound like you
Where
scared.
does Amon-Ra St. Brown play?
Detroit.
What position does he play?
Whatever they tell him.
Yeah, he's
Wide receiver 1.
He does not play on the outside like that.
No, he plays in the slot.
Thank you. That's why I might take DeVonta Smith over Amon-Ra. Because if you put Amon-Ra outside as an X or a Y, are we going to still see 1,600 yards?
You never know.
Someone is going against linebackers. He's cooking a lot of them. That's 100%. If you put DeVonta Smith in that slot, you don't think DeVonta Smith is not going to cook?
Not like that.
I think Smith is too small to play the slot.
Yeah, linebacker will break him
quickly.
Oh no.
Yeah, bro. 170.
He's not.
170.
He's not built.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is not more than $185.
Bro, did you ever see what Amon-Ra St. Brown's dad used to do to him when he was younger? Bro, that dude is so solid. It's crazy.
No doubt.
His dad was a professional bodybuilder, bro.
No doubt. It's just hard for me, just me, fellas, for me to cut DeVonta Smith. But on this one, it's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. I might have to cut DeVonta. I would start JSN, I would sit Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I would cut DeVonta Smith. God, that hurt.
DeVonta Smith's ceiling this year is JSN, though. That's what people got to realize. Like, that's his ceiling this year.
With that being said, if you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, email us at the1skybox@gmail.com. It's your boy, Dale. It's your boy, Daryl T. It's your boy, Coach Twilight. And it's your boy, Mamba. And it's me, Michael Singh. It's off the mic, over the mic. And I'm going to leave you with these few words. We are.
Penn State. Stop disrespecting King James too, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Don't. You know what I mean? The king of Philly, baby. The king of Philly, baby.
The only
James.
King James I keep next to me is by my bedside table.
If you like this episode, I'm going to tell you right now, check out this episode right here, and I'm going to see you on the other side.